All right, team. So it is Tuesday, October 24th. We decided to do our Lunch and Learns the second and fourth Tuesday of every month, which makes today a Lunch and Learn day. So we have 2 days left in October. So any open shows that you have absolutely need to be closed today and tomorrow. Otherwise, when you go to submit it on Thursday, those $90 free items that people selected will disappear off of your screen. And I know that you don't want that to happen. So please make sure that you are following up with your hostesses, that you are following up with those outside orders, whatever payments you need to handle, getting a hostess order. I mean, I have plenty of this to do myself. So, get it all closed up. Even when, anytime you do a show that's close to month end, do make sure that you review that with your hostess and just let her know. I always tell them the deadline is Tuesday. That way, if it does drag out or whatever, at least there really is a day's grace period. It's also part of the reason I like having the square, because if somebody, says, I one time had a hostess and it was like this a month end, and she said, oh, I get paid on Thursday. I was going to close with you Thursday. And I said, no problem. You can just pay me Thursday. And I put the show in, on my card, which is how it goes in anyway, but just her payment I took on my square the next day.
What do you mean by that, Square? What does that mean?
Square is an app that you can put on your phone, your iPad, and it allows you to bill people. You can send them invoices, or on if you're doing a flash sale, like if I do a flash sale and I want to do the payments that way, I can just send them an invoice straight from the Square, and then they can just securely enter their credit card info. And
so it's paying you back. It's paying you. It's going into your account.
Correct. And then I'll just put that into my Park Lane account. Or maybe it already is. I don't really do the money end of my business, but I would imagine that that's the case, yes. And then if anybody, if I do any finagling, like for example, at my hostess appreciation last week, I had somebody want to take 6 half-price items instead of 4, which, of course, I want those additional 2 orders. So her one payment went on her regular order, but the other 2 half-price items are going to go on the hostess order. I ran the payment for just those 2 pieces on my Square so that it doesn't interfere with the credit card information, that may need to go elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
So, Susie, I'll send you a link that you can use in case that's something you'd like to have. If you'd like to also use it at vendor events, I feel like this is the time of year you get the most use out of your Square, because this is also the thing that you can attach the thing on your phone and just run people's cards.
Oh.
So if you want to do cash and carry at an event, people will spend more if you can take your credit card.
Okay.
So it's funny, I did this business for 16 and a half years with no Square, and I've had it for about the last 6 months, and I truly don't remember, why did I do that? This makes it so much more flexible. Or maybe it didn't exist. I don't even know. I don't know how long it's been.
You have to purchase this little item to attach to your phone?
I believe there is a setup fee. Okay. And truth be told, I have still not ever even used that swipey thing.
Okay.
I've used the invoice, and I've also just manually entered credit card numbers.
Okay.
The small little one you can get it for free. If you want a fancy one that's a chip reader where you can slide it in, I think it's $20. So
yes, I do remember that part now, that there was more than one attachment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
mine was free.
That'll be on the link?
Yeah. Well, once you get all the details will come through.
Awesome.
It's a nice professional thing too, because you can put I have a Park Lane logo on there. You can have a phrase on there, every invoice I send has my full color logo, and then it says "Thank you for your business, shine on," Michelle. So it's a nice thing. So anyway, tonight I wanted to help everybody have a great extra push to get the $90 free out there to your customers, and to create that sense of urgency of, if you want this deal, you need to order today, or worst case scenario, you need to order tomorrow with your rep. So as you can see, we have over 150 yeses and maybes and of course tons more that could still RSVP. There are so many comments flying on this event. Everything that's going up, you know, the Battle of the Blings, all this, people are real active, and all of that is what creates the excitement to not miss it. I feel like that live tonight is going to be like a Gatling gun with the comments, where, you know, underneath it's going to be a lot going on. So what I would ask, well, just, okay, so tonight, the way that it's, the series of posts leading into the live is the same as a normal Facebook party. So I have the 15 minutes to go with the watch, and then, you know, all of that kind of stuff is all gonna happen. An important one is gonna be the roll call. So the post that says roll call, and it says, where are you from and who invited you to the party? You're gonna wanna pay attention to that thread, because that's how you're going to know if any of your people are on the live. Well, it's not the only way to know, because there's people who may not answer, but it certainly is a great way, because if you see a few of your people saying, you know, oh, you know, Mary from Hoboken and Lisa L. Jackson invited me, then Lisa knows, okay, my girl is on. And she can be on the lookout for her comments and whatnot throughout the evening. Because what you're going to want to do is set up this show. If you have a $150 platinum website, which, I mean, it's 2017. If you're still hanging in with the $50 website, please upgrade yourself. This is Christmas time. It's holiday time. You're going to have people wanting to order online. Your hostesses are going to want to take online orders. We have things like this going on. And having only the $50 website is so limiting, because then you can't just say, you know, here's my link. So if you do have a website that allows you to take the online ordering, the 150, then I'm going to recommend that anybody that you know is coming online tonight, send them a private message that says, you know, hi, Susan, so excited for you to join the live tonight. As you know, there's going to be lots of people on the event. I wanted you to make sure that you had the shopping link privately from me to you. So if you do want to order directly at the conclusion of the live, here's the link you're going to want to use. Okay, so that she has the link and it's not confusing to her what the order procedure is going to be. Now, of course, if you prefer, or if you do not have the online ordering ability on your website, then you can just say, message me here what you would like, and I'll work out the deal for you. Okay.
How do you get that link? How do you upgrade that link?
When you are on the Fields interface, and you're along the top, one of the options is upgrade account. So
and how do you know if you don't have it?
Do you have the ability for people to place online orders?
Yes.
Then you have it.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. When you are setting up a hostess screen, if on the right in that box there's only 2 things that you can click off, then you have a gold. If you have 4 things, then you have a platinum, because one of those is to click off to allow for online ordering, which is what you'll need to make sure that
right.
And then one of them is to make the show visible on your website.
Right.
It's important to check off both of those, because if someone doesn't have the link, but they know their friend Mary is having a show with you, if they go to your website, they can also see the list of shows, and they're going to look for Mary Smith's name.
Exactly.
So definitely make sure.
So I don't have to do anything then. Okay.
Right. But I do recommend you privately send a link to anybody that you're anticipating being on, or if you get surprised during the live tonight and you're like, oh, Fran did come on, then send Fran, you know, a private message and just say, hey, you know, just want to make sure you have the link to order. And I'm going to be making consistent reference to, you know, so let your rep know what it is that you'd like to order. Let your fashion director know what it is that you'd like. And the reason I called it Fall Freebie was so that, well, first of all, people love to know that there's a possibility of getting something free in any environment. But what I'm going to do is, because I've redone my trays to be more like sets, then that's kind of, I won't be showing the trays because you can't really do that. But it's easier for me to show them, okay, so if like one of my riffs is on mixed metals. So they can do a gold and a silver pair of earrings. These are only $30 and $32. You know, then they can do for half price, get a nice mixed metal Samoa bracelet. They can do a choker. That's also a wrap bracelet. Of course, I show chrome for this. And then for your freebie, throw on a set of Dominique bracelets. You're going to be all set for, any other metal you put on your body. It automatically matches once you put on your Dominique bracelets. I have bamboo in here. So each little grouping that I show is going to conclude with, and throw this on is your freebie. So I'm trying to make myself some notes so that I can be organized tonight when I do that, because I think there's a fine line between, but at the same time, I do like to see what people are liking and stuff. So, because there's a fine line between organized and like too much. So, of course, I'm going to be encouraging them to book shows with you to get more. I'm going to encourage them to ask you about the business. I'm going to do pitches for booking and joining your teams as well. And, of course, I'm going to be emphasizing how important it is that they place their order tonight so that they can take advantage of the freebie $90 item. Yes.
I have a quick question. I have one girl that wants to bring 10 people on.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So, because she wants it to be her show.
Okay.
Is that, I can do that? Just make her the hostess of if she gets 10 people on?
You're the boss, Susie.
Okay.
However you want to do it.
I'm learning that.
Yep. There's very few rules. Yeah, that's something
Smart
cool
woman. Very smart woman.
Yeah. Yeah, right? That's a really good idea. That's very funny. Yeah, I had somebody who's coming to my hostess appreciation this Friday ask if the $90 free is still going to be in effect on Friday. And I said, actually, it's not. But I have a live tonight. So if you'd rather order today instead of Friday, actually, I didn't even say instead of. I just said, if you'd like to order today and come on the live tonight, you're more than welcome. And she goes, yep, put me in. Which, meanwhile, I had to ask my husband to do it because, like I told you guys, I maxed out how many people you can invite, because here's the thing, and this is just important for you guys to know. When I use all of my ability to invite people on you guys, then it limits how many people I can invite to something, which is why the leaders especially, I really need you to always be looking at, are my people in this event? Because if I just invite the whole team, Facebook decides I'm done. And like, so today I couldn't even add her, because when I go to invite somebody to this, it says you've maxed your invites.
Can we invite people?
They can. I physically cannot.
No, but can I invite more people?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Michelle's show has exceeded the number, not the event.
Michelle, is the event a public event?
No, I hate the way public events look.
Okay.
They don't, the posts don't come through as nice. Like,
okay.
Yeah, so I do everything private. However, I do allow anybody invited to invite others. So that's what makes it easy to proceed on at that point.
And when you send it, does it say that I'm sending it to them?
It does.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm so excited.
Yay, good. During the live, it would be extremely helpful because there's going to be people commenting and people asking questions and stuff. And I really need you guys to be on top of that, because remember, when I do the live, what I see is like 30 seconds after what I'm doing. So, and if you've done a live, you kind of know that, because you'll show a necklace, then you'll move on to the next thing, and then somebody will say, that necklace is really pretty, and you're like, shoot, I just showed 2 more necklaces. I don't even know which one she's referring to. Yeah. Whereas you guys do know, because you're seeing it in real time. So if someone says, is that a short or a long necklace, do me a favor and answer that person, because I may be on to the next item before I
okay. So we can answer whatever.
If you definitely know the answer. If you're not sure, let somebody else answer. But absolutely, and feel free to, if someone says, would this go with that, feel free to answer them. You guys are perfectly knowledgeable and capable and fabulous, and there's no reason why you can't, take charge on some of that. I'm crossing my fingers because my live on Sunday, for some reason, did not show the comments or the number of people that was on. And I'm like halfway through it, and I'm like, why am I not seeing anything?
I have the same issue, and my Michelle, yesterday she did one, and she was having the same issue with the comments.
Now, I do it on an iPad, so then I double-checked on my phone and found that like 1 million people had commented.
I have the same issue.
Oh, shoot. I hope that's not going to be a problem, because that's a lot harder when you don't know what people, plus it's like fun to see that.
Yeah.
So keep your phone near you.
Well, that's what I'll do. But then it's already bad enough that you're like looking and you're doing and you're talking. Yeah. So to now throw in looking down on top of it is tough.
But what I like about it, it shows that you don't have to be perfect.
Yeah, and actually it was a little less distracting. Because I wasn't doing my typical, which I've gotten a lot better at since you guys made fun of me. But I've gotten a lot better at not going.
You're doing great, anymore. Michelle. You're doing great. You are.
That's so funny.
So that, like I said, the goal of doing this was to help everybody get that final push. You know, if you just have loose people coming to this tonight, guess what? You're going to have a show to enter that you get the thank you piece and you get the free credit, and you can do if you get $300 in orders tonight, you're going to get to add a 3 booking ring to your kit now, because you're going to get to pick a 3 booking ring when you put it in. If you get a $500 orders, for 500 in orders, you're going to get to do some buy one get one free hostess only. And that's the time to do it, because I'm telling you right now, if you don't have a Boss Babe watch in your kit, you are missing out. People love that and they book for it.
What is it called?
The Boss Babe watch, that super sparkly rose gold watch in the hostess only. And if you're going to get them buy one get one, the Laurent necklace, which is the cover of the catalog, is
Love that one.
Similar price. So you can do buy one get one free and get a Laurent and a Boss Babe, and you will see your bookings increase when you put those on your hostess at the start of a show.
Right.
So this is the time to take advantage of that kind of stuff. So if you still have time on your agenda today, shoot out some private messages to get some more people invited, because just blanket adding a ton of people will get you shut down by Facebook. But, and nor does it really help it doesn't help you really as much as sending a nice private message.
Yeah.
And say, hey, having a big fun event tonight. I gave you guys words that you can use. Change them up a little to sound like you. If there's some wording that you feel like doesn't sound like you, just change it up a little and send it on out. It's worth your time. Okay, so that was one thing. And then, of course, tomorrow's month end. And like I say all the time, please, I know you can do business at 1 a.m., Lisa Jackson, but they do let you place orders before that time during the day, just so you know. Like, I'm not sure if you're all aware, but they do let you place orders in the morning. They're actually open all day. So if you want to like change it up a little and see what happens, but truly,
the adrenaline rush.
Lisa, of course, it's not only you; it's a lot of people.
I don't want you to be alone, Michelle. I don't want you to be alone at night. So I'm trying to be with you. I'm connected.
I'm going to have you make some friends with the Californians, because when it's 1 o'clock, they're only at 10 o'clock. They're just hitting their stride. You're on the East Coast. You have no excuse. And again, though, that is another reason why I do love my Square, because if a credit card goes down for a hostess who's taken all day to get back to me, I'll just send it in. But what I will do sometimes, if I'm like, about the person, I will change the shipping to my house. So that way, if I don't get paid, I have the jewelry and can handle it as I see fit.
Smart.
So I can keep it. I can, hold it hostage. I can see if the hostess wants it. I can do whatever I want to do. And that's such a rare thing, but I just like to give you guys all of the options so that you don't panic in the middle of the night. Park Lane also does allow you to send in an order without the hostess order. So if you have a whole show sitting on your computer and you're like, how am I supposed to send this? The hostess isn't getting back to me. You can, in the comments box, simply write, Hostess entered witness protection program. Hostess order to follow. No, just hostess order to follow is enough. Hostess order to follow. And then if you ever noticed in the field interface in the downloads, there's a hostess order form. I mean, I'm not saying this is like anything you generally want to do. It's a complete pain in the neck, but it's less of a pain in the neck than telling 13 people they're not getting their free $90 item, or trying to refabricate your hostess's order because she was at the ER with her son or whatever. You can just send it in, hostess order to follow. She will just have to close the party based on whenever it's going in, those hostess benefits. So, but she was going to lose the ring or whatever anyway because she wasn't closing. So that doesn't even really matter. But send it in, and then just do the hostess order separate. Sometimes I feel like, you know, whenever people hear that, they're always like, wait, what? Because whoever heard of that? And it's just kind of a thing that you learn it when you need to learn it, because one day you're going to have that hostess, and now you know.
And how much time do they have to put their order in?
I am not sure.
Just as soon as possible.
Yeah, I would do it as soon as possible, because I feel like the more time that elapses. Also, if you send it in within the next day or two, hopefully it can even get packaged together.
Right. Okay.
And again, that may be another example of maybe change the shipping to your house, so that if she went truly MIA, the last thing you want is now all her orders sitting there too. All her guest orders sitting there too. So keep track. You know, we're finishing up not just October, which means look at all of your rich rewards, right? So 1,500, you're getting your buy one get one free catalogs. 2,500, you're getting that honey necklace, which looks amazing. That looks like it's going to be a good seller. There's that fringe, gold fringe that looks like it's about this long.
Yeah, that's pretty.
This month's RRC free with 2,500 since the beginning of the month. You know, and then the 4,000, the 2 recruits, the 4 recruits, that all ends tomorrow. So I feel like I just want to review for a second with you guys the RRC as far as recruiting, because I know it's easy when they sign and qualify in the same month. It shows right up on your RRC, right? You see it in your dashboard, and it'll say 50%. If you qualify 2 people right in the same month, it'll say claim now, right? You've seen that when you've earned rich rewards. But
Yes.
when you just launch somebody and they qualify in the next month, when they change it over to the next month's rich rewards, sometimes you forget, right, that you had 2 recruits in that month. So remember, you still get those rich rewards because they still get their 5 weeks to qualify. So if you launched somebody at, 700 last week, and that's all she's putting in this month, which we hate because we like everybody to do 1,000 so that they're ready to promote to branch. And, in the case of a month like this, they could get some CEO weeks jewelry and stuff, but whatever, it happens. So she launches at 700. It'll still say 50% if you had one other recruit qualified and then you had this one with her 700, right? And you end the month thinking, oh, I missed that rich rewards. No, you still get those rich rewards if she still qualifies the next month. You just have to remember to look at your older rich rewards when you go in to claim. Scroll down more. Once she qualifies, you're going to see it says claim now, even though it's from the month before.
So I have someone coming in that wants to sign up on Thursday. But
she'll count for November.
She'll count for November, but it won't, the rich rewards, because I have a second one, so that won't count.
Well, you had one this month.
Yeah.
So you won't get any rich rewards for recruiting for this month. Well, you will get your promotion to branch, which is even better. And then next month, you have one so far. So you want to definitely try your best to find that second one and launch her too, so that you can get it 2 in November.
I think I will, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. And November is a 5-week month. Holla! How much do we love a 5-week month? So speaking of that, I do want to just, and I know we're already at 12:30, but I'm going to take just a couple more minutes because I did promise you some recruiting tips as per your request. So let me ask you this. How many of you were a hostess before you joined?
I was.
Okay. So Brenda was. Wow. So, okay, this is a very unusual thing. Usually if they ask this at convention, how many of you hosted before you joined? Almost 80% of the room will raise their hand. And if you have people on your team and you're thinking through that, how many people that are on your current team were your hostesses?
Yeah.
Jen, you're nodding a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
A lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard and had fun.
So then, there you go. That means that your best next recruit are your upcoming
The whole week. All we
hostesses.
have to do is wet one and put it on.
Okay, are your hostesses. So have you and are you remembering to invite your hostess several times throughout the show process? If the answer is no, then I'm going to give you a couple of examples of times that you can and should be inviting her, and then how to continue with that. So for example, when you set up the show and you are giving her her hostess packet, I highly recommend that you include in there the little trifold sharing the opportunity brochure. It's just what they call, I call it a trifold, but I think on the supplies it's called the mailer, because I guess considered because it fits in an envelope. And it's just a little brochure about the business. I put that in a hostess packet. And I say, now, one of the things that you're entitled to, Lisa, is to use your show as a way to start the business. That's probably not on your radar right now, but because it is something you're entitled to, I'm just going to put this in here for you. We can talk about it later. That way, if she's like, hold the phone, sister, you're not overwhelming her. But if she is thinking about it, she may reveal that a little bit at that point. She may say, oh, okay, that sounds good. Already, that's a great sign right there. And if she wasn't thinking about it, but she may start because you said that. So that's just teeny tiny thing number one. When you go over her hostess benefits with her, remember that joining the business using her show is one of her hostess benefits. So if you don't share with your hostess how she can use her show as a means to be paid, as a means to get a free credit towards a kit, as a way to be paid and purchase an even bigger kit, then it's no different than you not telling her that she is entitled to free credit or that she's entitled to hostess only. And in this case, it's worse because you've now decided for her she doesn't get to make money with Parklane. So that's why you want to make sure that when you review with her through the 5-star hostess program, not only are you going to get a $19 free item, which that means you're saving almost $100 before we've even used any of your credit. You're going over the credit, how to double the credit, the half price items. And then you're going to say, now, remember I mentioned that I was putting that little brochure in here? I do want you to know that, as I mentioned when I put it in there, we can use your show to start you in the business and as a way to help you pay for a kit and as a way to help you get shows to continue on with your business. Is that something you're considering at all? And then let her answer. Because if she is, now she's opened the door to have a conversation. If she says, I don't know about that, and say, well, is there any question that you have now? Answer any questions that she has. If she's like, oh, no, that's definitely not for me, I'm not like that, you could say, you know what? That's fine. I just like to try to get a sense of if I'm going to be getting paid that night or if you are. So keep it in mind because the night of the show, you might feel differently. So I just want to let you know that it's a possibility because now she just heard, wait, I could have got paid? And then the night of the party or the day of the party, you definitely want to review with her the back part of the hostess order form. Do you know what I'm talking about? That duplicate that,
Yes.
Yes, I usually use that, Michelle.
good. That's why you sign up so many hostesses, Risa.
Yep.
Because on the back, yep, that's it, Susie. Hold that up for everybody. Oh, wait. No, sorry. I lied. That's a Rich Rewards brochure. Hold on.
No, it's the hostess thing.
That's not the one I mean, though. Hold on.
It's called a hostess order form. And
This
it's the
one.
second page. Yes.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
So this is if you buy your hostess packets pre-made, it's in there already, but you can purchase these on the supply order form, and like all our supplies, they're super cheap.
Okay.
You get like 20.
You can also download it, Michelle. It's a
Yes.
download. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding us of that, Risa.
It's called Hostess Order Form, and it's a 2-page download. And I tagged you in my team page explaining how to use that. Like you had a video or something.
Yes, I was just going to say, I think I'm going to bump that old video back up. Because what it is this is when at the end of a show, because I'm going to tell you right now, for the most part, especially if I'm at a show in a home, at the end of the night, I say, you know what, Susie, would you like to kind of start working out your hostess order now while the jewelry's all still here? Because your guests, you know how every guest comes up and they're like, I don't even remember what this is. I wrote down chic. What is chic? And they make you like review each item they wrote. Now imagine being your hostess. You're not in front of her anymore. The jewelry's not there anymore. She'll start crossing stuff out left and right. She's going to not take half-price items. She's going to not take hostess only because the wine wore off. The jewelry's not in front of her anymore. She's lived 3 or 4 days without it. What's another lifetime? Whereas if it's right there in front of her, you're going to say, here's what you're entitled to. Let's sketch it out so that I can get, we can get a sense of what it is that you'd like. And if she did make a list like she's supposed to, like all the guests do during the show, I'll say, let me see your list. And I'll look over her list for the most expensive thing she has that also is a thank you piece. And I'll say, okay, so that this one doesn't hog up any of your credit, I'm going to put your brandy right here with your $19 thing. All right, now, I see you have a bunch of other pieces here. Would you like me to just kind of put those into your credit and half price and work it from there? Because I want her to take everything she wrote down. So I'll write down everything she has and then add that up. And then whatever amount she went over, I look over what will make it come to the most even she had, put the rest in the half price. Then I will say, okay, so you're also entitled to our hostess only pieces. Maybe she's getting them buy one, get one free. Maybe she's not, but I show her the tray and I open the catalog to that section. So remember, these are only pieces that you can get now as a hostess. So if you're on the fence about these, this is the time to say yes to it, because you can't get this at Fran's party next week. You can only get that today. So that if they're on the fence about it, they go for it. Any additional extra hostess specials, the lady bracelet, all those little $19 add-ons, that's when I ask her about those. Then you can go ahead and do the manual add up, because she can always cross out if you say, okay, so you've actually picked out $1,400 worth of jewelry and your total is $392.16. Is that amazing? Right? That's my favorite. That's like my famous thing. I taught that with the California group was when we did this when I was visiting them. I said, isn't that amazing? So there are girls that go, yes. And then there's going to be people that are going to say, yes, but oh my God, I wasn't going to spend $360. No problem. What would you like me to take off? Right? And then I'll say, what are your most important pieces? So then I may have to rework the half price, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, on the back of this is where you're going to share the business the most clearly and personally with your hostess. Because here it's reviewing what she got as a hostess. So you're saying, okay, so Susie, with this amazing party tonight, you got, your thank you, and Suzanne booked, and Felicia booked, and Brittany booked, and you're going to be getting that jewelry there. But just so you know, we can use this, and as I've told you before, we can use this as a way to launch you in your business. So you can still get all of this. You'll get a paycheck at each of those 3 shows because, of course, that becomes your business that I'll help you certainly at another 1 or 2 of them. And with the sales that we have right here of $1,100, you're going to receive 30% of the commission and, you know, tell her what that total is. Is that
How do you figure out that total? Because Tiffany asked me how much her.
How do we figure out which total?
What her commission will be?
Whatever the net sales are. So the total of every order, half and full. And then if the hostess bought any half price items, that also counts.
Okay.
And then that would be her commission. So then times 30%.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
You're welcome. Don't be sorry about. And if she prefers a lower startup cost, remember you can deduct $600 off of the sales, and she can start for only $39 and get paid on whatever is $601 on. She will make more money if she buys the kit outright.
That's what she did. She bought the kit. She bought the kit.
Yeah, I'm just saying though in general, you know, because sometimes people say, well, how do I start for $39? Mathematically, you make more money buying the kit and taking the full commission. But if they don't have it, then the other way is better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to tag you. I'm going to bring this video that is a more thorough version of what I just did so that you guys can look it over. And I would really challenge you to download some of these and make sure that you do this at the end of every show with every single hostess, because you'll be surprised who's going to start taking advantage of this with you. Was this helpful?
It was so helpful.
Good. Susie, you're so good for my ego.
Why? Why?
I'm going to bring you everywhere.
Okay. I'm free now.
I know. I love it. All right. So it's 12:45. I've kept you about 15 minutes over, but thank you so much for taking the time in your day to benefit your business. I know many of you sneak on from work and other obligations, and we so appreciate it. I'm going to post the recording in case you came on late or you want to share with your team members or you ever want to rewatch. And I'm going to go dry my hair before my next call at 1 o'clock.
Is there a way to get to the videos that you've done in the past? How can I get to?
Anytime you want to search up a topic, like if you're saying, you know, I would really love to learn more about host coaching. In the search bar, there's on the left of your computer screen when you're in the team page,
Okay.
Put in host coaching and then just see what comes up. Sometimes videos come up, sometimes a document comes up, sometimes an audio comes up.
Awesome.
So anytime you know that you need help with a particular topic, always start by putting that topic in the search feature on Shine On and then just hit search.
Oh, that's perfect. And what about making up your own page? Like if I wanted to do something for my own page. We can talk about it.
You wouldn't want to do that just yet. You want to be at least an area leader before you need your own team page.
Okay.
Sometimes even division. It depends, but you definitely don't have to do that now.
Customer.
You can do it next month, Susie.
That's right.
You can do it in about 3 weeks at the rate you're going.
When you're in area, then in a month. That's right. Oh, I love that. But yes, a customer page you can do immediately. A customer page, and when I say I'm saying the wrong word. It's really a group, a customer group.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can, post pictures of the jewelry and do little contests and all that kind of stuff.
I got to come up with a nice name for me.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to figure. You have to help me pick a name.
Sure. Always start with Park Lane Jewelry and then finish the title.
Okay.
Like I'm Park Lane Jewelry, Michelle's Gems.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Park Lane Jewelry with Susie Cooley.
Exactly.
Who is my maiden name? I'm married 30 years now, so Susie Stars or something.
You could do that. Anything like that is good. You just always want to have Park Lane because if someone's ever wanting, like I got a recruit one time because somebody wanted, so she just went on Facebook and started searching up Park Lane Jewelry. My group came up, she asked to join it, and then when I accepted her, she messaged me, I'm looking to get started.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So in other words, if I had just had Michelle's Gems, she wouldn't have known it was Park Lane. So,
yeah.
I wouldn't have come up in the search the way I would have wanted.
Right. Michelle, tell me something. Do you know how to get rid of a page on Facebook?
Well,
because I really wanted a group, but I have a page.
You want a page too, because a page allows you to do a sponsored post. So like if they're going to do a sale on the kit and you want to advertise that, you can't advertise from a group, but you can from a page. So you can pay like $30 for it to run for how many days. And then do you ever see that where the same ad keeps coming up 100 times in your news feed? Now that's you.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about, but I don't have to know everything today.
That's correct. A customer group is more important than a page from the beginning. So customer group is first. But yeah, so Lisa, definitely don't cancel that. What I try to do is and I don't do a good job of it. I need to do a better job of it. Because you can, if you have a SynShare account that you're using for your Facebook parties anyway, anytime you put up posts that are generic, a little more generic, not so much geared toward like not shop Mary's link, but just ones that it's like Battle of the Bling, what do you like better? You can also click the box for it to post on your page, just to kind of keep your page more in the rotation as well of people's news feeds.
Okay.
So,
Michelle, can I add one thing about that?
sure.
Just the group is where you're going to really focus in on your customers. The business page is really just a landing site that if somebody is Googling,
Right.
that they could happen upon it. You're not going to be gaining business from your business page. That's why focusing on a VIP group is so important.
I keep getting emails from these weird people that
Delete.
Deleted. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that comes through the website, unfortunately, is spam, and the first spelling error kind of like tips you off. The next thing is when they want to send you a certified check. I don't have a credit card. I'm disabled in some way. It's my daughter's wedding. Blah blah blah. Delete.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a person or some people that really have a lot of time on their hands. I don't understand it.
Can you imagine if any of these people would put their evil to good?
Yeah.
Don't kill cancer in the time that you're spamming everybody from Park Lane. Do me a favor.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So,
Well, it was delightful meeting everyone. Thank you for all your time, Michelle, and I'll be in touch, with my neurotic texts all day long.
listen, when you're trying to work, there's nothing makes me happier than I have, and everybody, I love when all you guys text and call me and whatever. So it's fabulous. And we're about to head into the best couple of months of the year. So please make sure that you are following up, you're doing your customer care, you're checking in on people's jewelry, because if people are ever waffling about a show, November is when they say yes. December, certainly, a lot of December, they say yes as well, because they know their friends are going to go Christmas shopping. Jewelry is is in the top 3 gifts that people give, so that you can let them go to Charming Charlie's, or you can let them come to you.
I already booked a Black Friday event.
You're the best. That is awesome.
Why
people going shopping.
Why hit the mall? Come on over.
That's right. There's no wine at the mall. There's no sitting. There's no wine. There's no snacks.
And I booked it with LuLaRoe leggings, and they're coming over, and people are gonna try that on, and then I'm gonna fit them with their jewelry.
Oh dear Lord, they're gonna need it with those clothes.
Yes.
Not your favorite, huh?
Oh my God, not unless I have the flu.
Well, it's working. It's working.
No, there is definitely some nice pieces. I'm kidding around. There's just, but I do think that I don't know how they just decided that you can mix patterns. It's like, no, you don't just get to decide that.
And do you know how much it is to get started?
I do, which is why we need to go recruit them all, because they have about 10 different class action lawsuits pending against them, between faulty money collection, ripped things, saying they buy back people's merchandise and then reneging on it. There are LuLaRoe people incensed all over the country.
2 of the girls that are getting on tonight are LuLaRoe.
Okay.
Because one girl told me today when I was speaking with her that she put in $3,000, hasn't made her money back yet.
3,000 is at the lowest I've ever heard anyone.
God.
Most people, it's 5 to 10.
Yeah.
And you wait 3 months while you make a room of your home your boutique.
Right, right.
So, sorry, hon, you and your brother are going to have to share a room now while I bring in these seizure assaulting pattern leggings to take over your bedroom.
Well, I said that, well, I don't have any overhead. What do you mean you have no overhead? What are you talking about? I said, come on the call.
Yeah, good.
That's
Hopefully she
right.
sees what she likes.
What?
Hopefully she sees things she
Oh,
likes
she will.
and hears
She will.
things she likes.
Yep.
All right, seriously, I can't let my hair grow dry like this anymore. I'm hanging up on you. Have a
Thank
good
you
rest
for
of your
your help.
day, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.